Hi guys, and welcome back to class. Today we're going to do a little bit something different. We are going to look at summary as well as main idea in today's lesson. You're going to be reading an excerpt from the book, and there will be a series of questions over this excerpt. Inside of Schoology, you will see the excerpt or the pages that I'm going to ask you to read. And you will read those pages and answer the questions effectively. This is to review you for your exam that will take place tomorrow. So, one of the questions that I want to kind of go over with you, or one of the skills that you'll need to have, is being able to summarize or get the central idea of a text. In order to do this, you need to first road map your main ideas, events, or incidences that take place in that section or in that excerpt. You want to make sure that you're not putting too many details because remember, this is a summary, so it's what it's mostly about. So you don't want to put too many details into it. And you also want to make sure that you go in order. So for example, I'm going to start from here. A shell crashes, and this is page 214 inside of your novels. A shell crashes, almost immediately two others, and then it begins in earnest. A bombardment. Machine guns rattle. Now there is nothing for it but to stay lying low. So now we know that machine guns are going off and that they're having a bombardment. Apparently an attack is coming. Everywhere the rockets shoot up. Unceasing. So I put here bombardment, and this means attack. And when you are annotating or road mapping, because this is not the same as annotating, when you are road mapping, you want to be brief because you're trying to get the main ideas or the main events that are taking place. So in this paragraph, I know that they're being attacked. So I'm going to write either attack or bombardment here. Then it says, I lie huddled in a large shell hole, my legs in the water up to the belly. When the attack starts, I will let myself fall into the water with my face deep in the mud as I can keep it without suffocating. I must pretend to be dead. So here in this paragraph, he's talking about protecting himself or hiding in a hole or going underneath the water. So that's what I've written here. Protect himself or hide in the shell. Suddenly I hear the barrage lift. At once I slip down into the water, my helmet on the nape of my neck and my mouth just clear so that I can get a breath of air. I lie motionless somewhere. Again, he's protecting himself. By staying still, no one will be able to notice him and they'll think that he's dead. So this is another way that he's trying to protect himself. Something clinks. It stamps and stumbles nearer. All my nerves begin taut and icy. It clatters over me and away. The first wave has passed. I have but this one shattering thought. What will you do if someone jumps into your shell hole? Swiftly, I pull out my little dagger and I grasp it fast and burrow it into my hand, once again under the mud. If anyone jumps in here, I will go for him. It hammers in my forehead at once. Stab him clean through the throat so that he cannot call out. That's the only way. He will be just as frightened as I am when in terror we fall upon one another, then I must be first. So here he's talking about protecting himself again. So I'm going to write that here. Now our batteries are firing. A shell lands near me. That makes me savage with fury. All it needs now is to be killed by our own shells. I curse and grind my teeth in the mud. It is a raving frenzy. In the end, all I can do is groan and pray. The crash of the shells bursts into my ears. If our fellows make a counter raid, I will be saved. I press my head against the earth and listen to the muffled thunder, like the explosions of quarry, and the raise it again to listen for the sounds atop. So here again, he's being attacked, or there's a bombardment. Remember, the word bombardment is like explosions, or being bombarded by bombs. The machine guns rattle. I know our barbed wire entanglements are strong and mostly damaged. Parts of them are charged with powerful electrical current. The rifle fire increases. They have not broken through. They have to retreat. I sink down again, huddle, strained and here he's talking about protecting himself because he's sinking down, he's huddling up so that no one can see him. The banging, the creeping, the clanging becomes audible. One single cry yelling amongst it all. They are racked with fear. The attack is repulsed. Already it has become somewhat lighter. Steps hasten over me. The first gone. Again, another. The rattle of the machine guns becomes an unknown chain. Just as I was about to turn around, a little something heavy stumbles, and with a crash, a body falls over me into the shell hole, slips down, and lies across me. So here we are noticing that a soldier has fallen into his hiding place or fallen into his hole. So that's where we are now. I do not think at all. I make no decision. I strike madly at home and feel only how the body suddenly convulses, then becomes limp and collapses. When I recover myself, my hand is sticky and wet. So here he's attacking the enemy soldier. The man gurgles. It sounds to me as though he bellows. Every gasping breath is like a cry thunder, but it is not only my heart pounding. I want to stop his mouth, stuff it with the earth, stab him again. He must be quiet. He is betraying me. Now at last I regain control of myself, but have suddenly become so feeble that I cannot any more lift my hand against him. So I crawl away the furthest corner and stay there, my eyes glued on him, my hand grasping the knife, ready, if he stirs, to spring at him again. But he won't do so anymore. I can hear that already in his gurgling. So here he's saying that he won't be gurgling or moving anymore. That means that he has now killed the enemy soldier. So now I'm going to create my list of main ideas or things that have taken place, and in order. So the first thing that took place is that Paul was attacked by a bombardment. So because he was being attacked, he hid in a shell hole so that he could hide. Then an enemy soldier fell in his hole, so he kills the enemy soldier. So now looking at my bullet points here of what has taken place over those 3 pages, I'm now going to write a 1-sentence summary. And I have, while being attacked during a bombardment, I have that here, Paul kills an enemy French soldier who falls into his shell hole. Okay? So that is what or how you would get to a summary or a central idea. So I want you guys to do the excerpt that I have assigned for you inside of Schoology, and then you will answer a few questions over that excerpt. You will need to roadmap your text. There'll be a section inside of Schoology for you to upload what you actually do in your book. So from your book, you can write in the book and take a picture and upload the words that you've written. Make sure that you write legibly so I can see, your thought process. And then you will answer the questions in the discussion board inside of Schoology. All right, that's going to be it for today. Once again, your test exam is going to be tomorrow. So I would make sure that you've read the book and make sure that you have at least read it up to the end of chapter 10. And I would review all of your notes, vocabulary words that I've ever put into any of the slides, as well as your notes. Again, if you guys need any help or have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. I'm available Monday through Friday, 11:22 a.m. to 12:06 p.m. However, due to Friday being a makeup day for many, I will not be available on this Friday, but I will be available Monday. All right, I'll see you guys then.